Physical maturity is different from spiritual maturity. Somebody, a young person, might be well matured, bearing fruit of the Holy Spirit. But an adult who has been in the church for years, all his life, all her life, may not be matured. You may see somebody in the church year in, year out, the same. No changes. No sign of the presence of the Holy Spirit in the person. What he knows is that he comes to church. What she knows is that she joins others to pray. Fig trees take about 1 or 2 years to mature. After maturity, when the tree is expected to bear fruit, it's not bearing fruit. There are factors that can make a tree not to bear fruit. One may be that it's not yet matured. If it's not matured, it's not expected to bear fruit. Another one may be that it's not very well taken care of. It's not well nourished. Then the other factor may be that it's diseased. We are trees planted by God. And it's expected that we should mature and bear fruit of the Holy Spirit. It is in bearing fruit that every tree is seen as a mature tree and also as a healthy tree. And it's in our bearing fruit that we prove to be Christians and will not be in danger of being cut down. St. Paul was speaking in one of his letters. He said, I will not give you strong food. You are not ready for strong food. I can only feed you with milk because you are still children. And he was talking to adults. How many years will it take you in the church before you say you are matured? Last year and this year, no difference. There is no project for maturity. Now, the human person, you are matured and you have been in the church for years, and there is no visible sign of fruitfulness. Is it still growth? Any tree that falls into stunt growth can no longer bear fruit. Any human being that falls into stunt growth, you are not going up in your Christian maturity. You are not going down. You are just there. I'm just in the church. That is stuntness that may not even lead us to where we are going to. And Jesus Christ says, if you are neither hot nor cold, speaking through John in the book of Revelation, if you are neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out, just like cutting down the tree. Another reason why the tree might not be bearing fruit may be, as we said, that it's not well taken care of. It's not minute. But are we not well taken care of in the church? Are we not receiving enough nutrient that will help us to grow and begin to bear fruit in the church? At times when we organize activities, you look around, you will not see anyone. We had Family Week. How many parishioners were there? Even with all the awareness and all that. We had Catechetical Week, a beautiful moment. But how many parishioners were there? Every Friday, we have opportunity for adoration. There are parishioners who have means of coming for morning masses because God has given you mobility. But how many do we see? Are there no opportunities for maturity? Our own disease is sin. Once we are diseased in sin, once we are living in sin, bearing fruit of the Holy Spirit is not possible. Just like a plant. If a plant is diseased, just forget about that plant bearing fruit. And if we are diseased in sin and we are living in sin, bearing fruit of the Holy Spirit is not possible. Growing is not possible. One cannot talk about growth when you are living in sin. And one cannot talk about bearing fruit of the Holy Spirit. Somebody that is living in sin cannot talk about joy, cannot talk about true love, cannot talk about faithfulness, patience, cannot talk about goodness.